Hello everybody, this is Serpent, and welcome back to another episode in the very disgusting part of the world. Not sure why I started here, except that I kinda wanted to sleep because it's nighttime and there's no bed here, it turns out, so it wasn't very productive. Anyway, that's not the reason, that's not what I'm supposed to be talking about, though. I know it's been a long time since the last episode, and also since the last episode of, map making Dungeon Stalker, and that's been because just the series, the iCraft series 4, is ending soon. It's going to reset, and I really want to try and finish my base there, so I haven't been devoting as much time, as much of a percentage of my time to the other series at the moment. But just for some variety, let's do one here. Also, I've missed it. I really like this world and Dungeon Stalker as well. So, anyway, I have a little bit of bad news and a little bit of good news since the last episode. So, the good news is extrapolated from the bad, so I'm going to tell you bad stuff first, which is, during one of the multitude of crashes that occurred last episode, while we were trying to figure out how to get that ship to work. Unfortunately, all my waypoints were deleted, which is a bit of a pain, except waypoints, like I was saying throughout the series, are not something I was actually supposed to use for teleportation. Which brings us to the good news. We are going to begin a new mod. That is not the inventory screen. It is SG Craft. I don't know how this works, but it looks cool. So let's see. Yeah, it's a Stargate craft. You make cool portals. So I've just recently found some of this Nakata, or however you say it. I think Nakata is pretty much right. Yeah. So that stuff is necessary. Oh. Do I have that, though? Probably, almost certainly not. I haven't done a lot of exploring of that stuff, actually. It's mostly been digging, and apparently that's not sufficient. Alright, apparently we're not starting that mod. Let's see, there's Teletoro. Yeah, okay. Ender block, ender ore, Teletory pearl. Alright, so I think... have to go to the end! Darn it. Not doing that mod either. Okay, well, if we have ender pearls, which I think we have a few of, right? Somewhere. Maybe. Or not. I don't know. I think we have some somewhere, or the ability to make some from UU Essence. So, we will probably instead use, what's it called? Super crafting frame. We'll probably use these things then, instead. So this is basically a teleportation thingy. Oh, it takes a lot of ender pearls. No. Do I have anything that's just teleport? Well, there's a frame teleporter, and an Industrial Craft 2 teleporter, which is probably crazy expensive. We have a mechanism teleporter, refined obsidian, which is osmium and refined obsidian dust, which is... Wait, what? This does not look good. Oh, there we go. The metallurgic confuser, okay. So that's probably doable. Yeah. And this thing, some circuits, some steel casing. It's a bit expensive, but possible. And this. Obsidian, diamond, redstone, and iron. Okay, that's all actually possible. No ender pearls, which is convenient. We don't have any ender pearls, at least not enough for crafting frames, super teleportation frames, or rather. Okay, so in that case, I think I will get started with that. Let's see how far I get. Alright, I was just harvesting a bit more obsidian because apparently a lot of the stuff that we're trying to use here does need it. So, I've been doing this with the hammer. It's worked pretty nicely. I've got a good 61 obsidian there. And we're about to head back to base, except that there is apparently a baby skeleton there. Yeah, anyway. So, like I said, there's a lot of things that take obsidian, like that or this. So, that's going to be pretty helpful there. Anyway, I need to head back up and get some things together then for the rest of the the crafting. Before I make all of this, and I am about to make a lot of obsidian, I need to figure out whether I actually already have a whole bunch of it. So let's give it an item search. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Well, I'll probably craft a bunch of that pretty soon. I'm just going to, oh, not that one. I'm going to quickly figure out what bars I need to make, or how. Osmium and this in a, what was that? In a compressor. That's not a compressor. Alright, I may need to make a compressor. Huh. Oh well. Alright then, so as you saw there, I've gotten a little bit of the ways into crafting this. Been listening to the sound for a little while. It's a little bit annoying, got to admit it. But yeah, I am getting somewhere. So every time I walk past those stupid chickens, I pick up eggs. My inventory can't take it. Anyway, I have more obsidian dust than I'll ever use, and I'm currently, actually, I might use it all because I forgot this is not a 1-to-9 ratio, it's 8-to-9. Yeah, it's 8-to-9. So probably I will use more of this than I thought. Still not all of it though, probably. Anyway, right now I'm trying to make two of the things. What are they called? Gosh, I can't remember. Words fail me. I'm trying to make 2 of the teleporters themselves. Not just the frames, although those too, obviously. But I'm just trying to make 2 teleporter blocks because those are the hard parts. If you take a look here, basically the steel is what's holding me back. So obviously I need 4 per and 4 of them for frames per teleporter. So that's 16 steel a piece, which is quite significant. It's obviously not outrageous or anything. This is a teleporter, but it's a fair bit of steel, so I need to get a way of creating that. I do have one, it's just slow. 1 steel, yes. See what I mean. Anyway. Right now, though, I'm currently working on smelting this charcoal, or coal, I mean, into coal coke, which I'm putting into the steel maker, which is kind of inefficient, because it takes a whole lot of coal coke per steel. Anyway, so I'm trying to do that, but I'm also trying to babysit all of these different things here, which need their own, oh, maybe not all that. Too late. Anyway, all of these things, of course, need their own materials to be kept in them in order for them to be working, so I'm just, powerless. Because everything runs off solar panels and I don't have a bed. Right. Time to harvest the bed. Yes, teleporter frames. They aren't the teleporter blocks, but they're a start. Okay, so for the blocks, I have these circuits. I have almost all the steel casings. Let's try and take a look at this. So lapis, gold, and diamonds are all really easy. These are a large chain of metallurgic infusers, I see. Okay, and we need refined obsidian dust needs to go in there, not just normal obsidian dust. It's a fine distinction. Okay, so how much do I need? So I only have one metallurgic infuser, so if I don't use up everything that's in the stash, then I'll end up wasting some, and that's not really a great thing. So let's take a look here. So ultimately I need 2 of these circuits, so everything is in 2s. I need 20 redstone, which is 2 dust, I think, and I need and then I need 20 obsidian and 20 diamond as well. Okay, that's not too expensive. I also need time. I need that times 2 though. So 4 diamond, 4 of this dust, which I already have. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 redstone, which I also have. Okay, and what else was there? I think that was pretty much it, right? Yeah, nice. Aha, yes. We have our teleportation core. So, from here, we can, I think, make this? Yes. Alright, we have both the teleporter and the teleporter frames. Now we can test them out and see how they work. I assume they take power. So I'll probably have, yeah, stored energy 0 or F. I'll have to figure out some method of power transfer. Alright, so now that we have that, yep, I died in the smeltery a couple of times. Rather embarrassing, I'm afraid, but it's true, I died twice in there. In my defense, this thing I just made, which I was going to talk to you about a little bit less abruptly, is kind of hard to control sometimes. But anyway, yeah, I made an arcane grappler. It's pretty cool. I'll show it to you a little bit later, but I was about to say something and I'm not about to say the thing. Okay, so if we, oh yeah, I put them away. But now that we have these teleporters, it got me thinking that we are probably going to need a lot more of them, right? So I should set up some assembly line for them. And that made me realize that we don't have a lot of infrastructure in this world. I mean, I have an easy way of mining, but it is still manual with those explosive thingies that I can't find. So I don't want to depend on that anymore. I want to try and move away to automation so that I can spend more time doing fun stuff. And that, I think, will involve going to our mob spawner, which we have previously basically just left completely completely unfinished. And I think we need to finish that. And I got ourselves a, well, okay, I got what's it called, mine factory. Yeah, I got mine factory reloaded into the pack because I didn't actually have any good spawner mod other than, I guess, Ender IO, but this one's more flexible. And there are a couple other cool things in Mine Factory that I'd like. So, I got it. It's in the pack now, and we can use it. So, I want to create the spawner. This thing, auto spawner. Z-logic. Interesting. Cross modding there. Alright, that's a little bit more tricky than I was expecting, but we can definitely pull it off eventually. So I guess I'll get started with making the slice and splice, which is slice and splice. Not excessively hard. I already have that. This thing's not too difficult. Yeah, should be able to finish that within a cut. And cut. Slice and splice. There we go. Alright, so I can now make the Z-Logic controller with this. I will look away, people who care. Who have eyes, in other words. This thing's horrible. I really must get myself a machine room, because this is just disgusting. But we have it. We have a slice and splice. And now we can get ourselves a Z-Logic controller, which we needed for the spawner. Right, this thing. Have to walk myself through it, or else I'll forget. Solarium, zombie, redstone, and silicon. Alright, I can get that pretty much instantly. Yep, 1, 2. Zombie, already got the redstone on me. I think that's everything. Good. Get it over here. And we should be able to just do that. Yep. Alright, that'll craft, and then we can make some of this other stuff. Emeralds might be a problem. I don't know how many of those I have. Yeah. Little bit of a shortage on the emeralds. I've never found any villagers, and I don't know if I've ever mined in an extreme hill. So I'd probably have to go find one of those, and then we can get some of that. Unless there's some fancy, easy way of getting emeralds. Doesn't look. Oh, UU matter, eh? All right, I can do that. I've got UU matter. Don't remember where it is. Don't remember where it is. All right. Well, I will find. Okay. At least now I can find it. Nope, this is it. Ah, never mind. Anyway, that's it. That's pathetic. Okay, but anyway, I will finish crafting the spawner. The rest of this shouldn't be too much of a problem. I've got it lying around in places, so I will see you then, and then we can get the spawner set up. By the way, if you're wondering where I get my UU matter, which you might, I have this uncrafting table. It's part of the mod pack. Not part of the UU matter mod, by the way. It's part of the mod pack, though. And you can go through the various ways of crafting something, and you can uncraft it. And it takes 5 levels per operation, which may be a little bit cheap, but it's there. And that's what I'm using that's how I'm getting the UU matter. So now we can craft the emeralds using the diamonds. So it's sort of a, I don't know, an equivalent exchange sort of thing. But yeah, maybe it's a little bit overpowered. I'll have to, I might have to peek around in the config files. You can let me know what you think about it. It honestly hasn't been that useful for me, except in a couple situations. But yeah, just let me know what you think, and I will update the config files as seems necessary. And boom, auto spawner, excellent. So in order for this to be useful, though, we do also need a what are they? Safari net, yeah. And they require ender pearls and gas tiers, which are a little bit tricky to get. I might have ender pearls somewhere. I will have to find them if I do, or make them some other way. But I think I have a gas tier or 2 lying around. I've been to the nether for a little while, so I should have something. At least I think so. Yeah, anyway, I'll look around for that stuff. And there we go with the safari net. Turns out I had just enough stuff to get it. Yay, goodbye. Anyway, I also have filled up my inventory with junk, because I was out looking for an enderman last night, but I didn't find one. I wanted to get a little bit of ender pearlage, but oh well, our stash is currently empty now. Hopefully we can fix that, though, with the addition of this mob farm. Actually, coming to think of it, that was not a very useful endeavor, was it? going outside at night trying to look for the Enderman before we have the safari net. Huh. Anyway. Oh well. Planning should probably be exercised more frequently than it is in this series. Yeah, so I will go out next night when it becomes dark again, and I'll try and find an Enderman. Nothing to worry about. That's just the machine. Anyway, yeah, I'll try and find an Enderman, and hopefully we can get some more pearls. I did have a couple more gas tiers, so that's not an issue yet. Hopefully we can get ourselves a mob spawner going then. In the meantime, though, while we're waiting for it to become night, I thought we'd head over to the spawner and we can get some of the basics done before we actually find something for it, as in a safari net, or an Enderman rather. This thing's pretty cool. I never did show it off properly, so I thought I would while getting here. It's being a little bit helpful. It's got some nice physics, nice arc, and a fairly decent range too. So pretty pleased with that crafting. I also have a recharge table for it inside my backpack here. Just pop it down, pop this thing into it, and there we go. So yeah, this system, I'm afraid, probably isn't going to be any use to us. I wanted to use something a little bit different, but it's just worse. And it's a lot less flexible as well, so I guess not for that one. Yeah, so I will set up the preliminaries after, I suppose, tearing this part down, and then we will get back to it with hopefully a mob spawner core start. So then, we'll be putting the spawner in the middle here, at least I think so, probably up on a raised thingy, so that hopefully we can build something around it. I know I don't have a whole lot of reputation in this series for building stuff, because all of it's really ugly. 1, 2, 3, 4. But hopefully we can fix that a little bit in the future. I've sort of been trying to get ourselves situated before making things nice looking, and in modded that takes longer than it does in vanilla, so it may not have been the best choice. But that's what's happening at the moment, so I will continue on with it because we're pretty much done with the situating. I would like to get a little bit more infrastructure going though, which obviously is what part of this is about. Or, I mean, obviously this is part of that. And I need to mark a little bit further over. So I'm just building a glass cage around it for the start. Not too fancy or anything, obviously. I'm saying obviously too much. Obviously. Anyway. Yeah, I'll build this. Alright, it seems I have sorely underestimated the amount of glass that we're going to need. So let's head back to the base, and I have a lot of sand, but I don't know if I can turn it into that kind of glass. Oh, and we've fallen. Hold on, let me check that. So if we just go to normal glass, can I use it to make the other? Oh my, ugh. This candle mod is cool. There are a lot of cool candles, a lot of cool lamps, but instead of making shapeless recipes for things, or using lists, they have an individual recipe for every single permutation of every single crafting recipe with every single variation on wood, or stone, or whatever, which is a little inefficient, to put it mildly. Alright, I'm going to check recipes for the clear glass instead. That seems a more efficient option. Speaking of which, there we go. Enriched sand. I see. Sand. Oh, what? My goodness. That's so expensive. Are you sure? All I did was check the stuff in the smeltery. Maybe I'm getting the wrong clear glass. Okay, it does have to be a smeltery then. Oh well. I have an automated smeltery at the mining, or not mining. What is it? At the smelting place. Smeltery at the smelting place. Who would have thought? Anyway, I have an automated thing there, so I will put some stuff in and wait. Go, my minions! Take the glass to the smeltery. Actually, it's probably quicker if I put it in myself. But you can put the rest in here. There's still plenty. Anyway, I have this nice setup. Works pretty nicely. I've shown this in a couple videos, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. But there it is, nice and neat looking. I've got a cool staircase in the corner. Spent hours on that staircase. Yeah. Anyway, it's still not finished, as you can probably tell, but it looks pretty good on the inside. I like the little water barrel in the corner here, and the hammer, or water barrel without the water in it. Still haven't gotten myself a liquid bit tank or whatever they're called. Hold on, maybe we can just do that right now while I'm waiting. Chisel. Ah yes, completely forgot about the other chisel mod. Maybe bit would be a better search. There we go. Oh wow. Yeah, I really have no excuse for not having made that, do I? Ah. Don't mind if I do. Alright, maybe we don't have any reason at all to be doing this at the moment. But I will do so anyway. Let me grab this. Alright, I'll grab all of this. And where'd it go? Just disappeared. Okay. That's better. I should have this. Yep. Gimme. Nice. Alright, so we can now get some water bits. I won't do that at the moment because it clogs up your inventory something fierce, but I will do it later. And I'll fill that bucket with water. And with our newfound riches, I can finish this off, which I haven't done at the moment. You have to give me a minute. I've only just gotten back. Also, sorry the phone keeps ringing in the background if you can hear that. Hopefully my microphone hasn't picked it up at all and I'm sounding like a crazy person talking about something that doesn't exist. Anyway, oh, right, I forgot about that. Anyway, I will finish this off, finish the rink, and then we can start wiring the stuff up. And here we have the invisible fruits of my labor. Alright. So we can now start with the wiring. I'm probably going to power this. Obviously the wiring isn't too difficult, but I'm probably just going to power it with maybe a solar panel or a TNT generator, since that's my level of power generation at the moment. I don't really have anything better. Hopefully I can. See, the problem is stop saying obviously. The problem is solar panels definitely don't work at night. So, oh yeah, I do have a battery though. All right, I can charge up the battery and use that to power the thing. Ideally, if I have a surplus of power generation, then I will charge the battery enough to power through the night, or at least most of it. So, what else? What else do we need? We need some method of killing the things. There is definitely an auto killer from the same mod as the spawner. Mine factory. Where is it? Nope, don't bother. Look up. Oh, what is it? Is it the slaughterer? No, I think that's for passive mobs. Maybe it's no. Alright, I may have to figure it out off camera because I don't remember the name. But we could get one of those. That would work, but I don't know. I kind of want to use something different because that requires power. Maybe I could use those spikes. I don't know if they're in the mod. Ah, they are. In the pack, I mean. Diamond spikes, gold, iron. Yeah, I could get some diamond spikes, and then yeah, we could conveyor belt the mobs into the center where one diamond spike, because I don't want to make more, will kill all of the mobs, and then we'll pick up the stuff with a vacuum hopper. Right? I have vacuum hoppers. Yeah, vacuum hopper, vacuum chest. This one's nice. Probably I can. Yeah, probably there are several different vacuum items, but I've always used this one, so yeah, I'll probably use it again. But I think that'll have to wait until another episode, because unfortunately we are out of time in this one for today. So hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.